Welcome to the Backyard Professor Live. T-shirt of the day: when God made me, he grinned and said, "This will be fun." Yeah, so it's pretty good when you can make God giggle, right? Sorry I didn't put up a thumbnail for my live. I've been trying to get ready for Contact in the Desert, which I am very excited to go to. Because of the way this situation is working out, I haven't been able to prepare something tonight, so I'm just going to talk with the audience for just a few minutes. Hey, Tim. Yes, I will. Good to see you, brother. Glad. Did you get out of the hospital, I hope? Anyway, yeah, I'm just going to talk to you guys tonight a little bit because once again, the gift you've given me is just so enormous to me. And I'm so very grateful to have this opportunity to be able to go and hopefully share some really good stuff with you. I've been making sure I've been charging all my batteries. I'm going to try to put all my cords together so I don't forget anything important and all that jazz. So that's why I didn't get any so-called lesson or discussion or whatever going. I thought we'd just have a little talk and have some fun tonight. Nothing too serious. I'll share with you what I watched today. Last night, and I hesitate to admit what I'm about to say to you. It's embarrassing. It really is embarrassing. I set the alarm. I went to bed at 8 o'clock, right, to get a couple of hours rest because I wanted to go sky watching last night, right? So I set the alarm for 11 o'clock, and I slept all the way through the night. I forgot to change the AM to PM. Rookie mistake, sorry. And it was a dang good night to do it. Tonight's a little more cloudy. Not bad. It's a beautiful day, but I really do have to put everything together. There's more here than I thought. I mean, I'm going to be there for like 7 days. That's a long time to prepare for. So, you got to get all your clothes and all that. So I'm having fun. Hey, Plasma State, Daniel Dempsey, good to see you. Dublin, Ireland. Whoa. Dominic Tridgeberg, Ghost Stories. Hey, I'll bet you've got some fun stuff, don't you? Ghost Stories. Bianca Vasho, good to see you. Who else is here? Tim Rathbone, my good friend Salty Dagger, good to see you. From Germany, wow. Okay, cool. Midlands, Ireland. I oversleep a lot. No, I actually don't. But yeah. I think part of it is all the excitement and the just the sheer awe of going to this. I've been reading their daily announcements now and them telling me everything that's going to go on, and it's really going to be good. Hey, Ed King, good to see you. Hey, Dr. Long. Santiago Lopez, Redlands, California. Cool. I'm coming down your direction this coming up week. Jeff Wolf, yo, yourself, buddy. Good to see you. Jeff? Yeah, I did. I got a good sleep. I'm very happy. I actually dang near slept the clock around. I was way more tired than I expected to be. So, I mean, you get older and you need more of your beauty sleep. And boy, do I need the beauty sleep. I did learn something cool today, though. You know that guy, Professor Simon, the older gentleman, the physicist with the real round glasses and the wild Einstein-looking hair. His channel is so fun. He is a hoot. But he had I think it was a couple days ago, he interviewed someone who was in Suffolk and in the Rendlesham Forest, Rendlesham Forest. And he talks about what happened with the UFO in the Rendlesham Forest before the UFO event. And I I really, truly, I didn't have any idea that Suffolk itself and Brentwater and Bridge, White Bridge, Good Bridge. I am honestly not very familiar with England geography, but those places are really interesting places. They're like the Skinwalker Ranch in America. I mean, you could almost say they're haunted. And so he talked with a major, and she was stationed there in the same area for 2 years, the 2 years before the UFO incident in Rendlesham Forest. And she told about the really interesting experiences that so many of them. There's an old Air Force base there, and there used to be a nuclear plant, and so there was definitely weird things going on. Yeah, I'm out here in my backyard again doing my live. Now, I haven't done a live back here for quite a while. It looks like it's staying here, so good. I've got a good connection. So why don't you just say hi to everybody? Mid Ohio Valley Unexplained Phenomenon. Good to see you. Yes, she was. Thank you, Tim. Yes, she was with the police. Yeah, she herself wasn't military. She was an MP. And Arthur Young, good to see you. Woodbridge, thank you, Plasma State. Yes, it was Woodbridge. Well, as it turns out, that's quite an interesting place. Kind of amazing to hear some of her experiences back in the 80s, back in the late 70s. Now, see, when she was having that experience as an MP, being stationed there for 2 years, very near the forest and Suffolk, I was in high school. 78 and 79 was my junior and senior year when she was having these experiences. And his interview with her is really good. I would highly recommend it. I like Prof. Simon. He is just eccentric enough, and he is so knowledgeable, and yet he is so funny. Some of his stuff, I'm not trying to criticize him. In fact, I'm not criticizing him. But some of his stuff is what I used to consider way out there. And potentially, it's actually really happening. So, that's the fun of this whole UFO subject. So, yeah, if you want, I'll talk with you a little bit. Really? You're near Rendlesham. 30 miles from you, Plasma State. Whoa, you might have some stories. That's kind of cool. In fact, that's really cool. Hey, Singapore, Arthur Young, good to have you. Yeah. How are you? Yeah. Yeah, it's good to see all of you. I just so much appreciate all your support. I'm still pretty much overwhelmed with the sheer fact that I get to go. And I'm going to make the most of it. I think, so far as I can tell, all of my equipment is in good shape, which is really fun. We'll see how it works out. I think on a couple of the evenings, if I do get out to watch the sky, I will do one with just my binoculars, and I need to test my telescope to see if it will work. If I do it on astronomy mode, it will pick a distant object, one of the galaxies or the nebula. But if I do it on landscape mode, you can use it during the day as well. If I do it on landscape mode, it works real good during the day, and it's a pretty good, powerful camera. But I can't hold it because it's so magnified, it's way too jiggly, so I will have to set it down. I have never tried it in landscape mode during the night, and my suspicion is Sunday night, Chris is going to have the exhibition. I hope my ticket gets me into that. There are some events like the award ceremony with Ross Coulthart that you have to pay ahead of time. I didn't see Chris's thing. I think my ticket covers that. If it doesn't, I'll go anyway. What are they going to do? Kick me out? I'll just stand off to the side and still watch. I doubt he'd deny anyone anyway. But yeah, so I will see how the Sea Star works. I think I will have easier, better luck pointing the binoculars. So just to let you know, yeah. Hey, Jerry Carter, good to see you. Yeah, it's cloudy everywhere. Oh, good. Mid-Ohio Valley Unexplained Phenomena, saying you've got some stuff. From Grinnell, Iowa. Yes, good. So I think that was interesting that Suffolk is considered a haunted area. This would be equivalent to Roswell, kind of Skinwalker Ranch area here in the United States for us. There are many, many people with many, many experiences who are now beginning to share their stories. They couldn't while they were, back in the 70s and 80s, this subject was really not allowed. It didn't happen, period. She had the double disadvantage of being a female in the MP, the military police, and nobody wanted women back then in the force. So when she had her experiences, even if she had a junior officer with her who was male, they had an experience. And she said, well, you better call that in. And he said, you're the senior ranking officer. She had been there it was toward the end of her time. And so she had to call it in. And what she did is she went up to the tower or whatever it was to report it. She didn't call it in because, of course, that would give them a reason to get rid of her, right? So, you have all kinds of stupid BS like that happens in politics and the military and all that. I think we're somewhat past those days. I don't know. There's still there's a lot of difficulty involved in there. It's 2 p.m. in Europe. Hey, Salty Dagger. How interesting. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I was hoping. Hey, Liberty for All. Hello, hello. And Steve Wolfbrandt. Hello. Good to see all of you guys. Don't want to miss any of you. Yeah. So it's exciting. It'll be interesting. What else did I learn? I learned that there are many. There was a confession in one. I might have touched on it. There was a confession in one interview. Who was it? I don't think. No, I think it was with Jesse Michaels. I might have actually made a video on this. Can't remember. Where the gentleman. Yeah, no, it was. It was with the Skywalker guy. One of Jake Barber's team members. And he told Jesse that he was aware of craft that have been acquired, not by the Skywatcher team yet. So what I will propose in a gentle way, because sometimes I can be a little salty with my comrades, and I don't want to come across as being the enemy or negative. Sometimes I do get pretty brisk because I want this so bad, right? But I have to check my bias. Yeah. So when I get there, if I get to talk to these guys, some of these guys, and I will, I'm going to ask them, is there a possibility? I will even ask Chris if I get the chance. Is there a possibility that when we do this gathering where we invite them to show up, rather than just asking them to show up, and we're not trying to be unappreciative, but could they show up, come close, and land, and come and communicate with us? that would just be outrageously awesome. Sincerely, that is going to be the vibe, as it were, that I'm going to be giving off. I have no interest in making enemies of our cosmic neighbors. That's silly. But orbs is spectacular. I'm not trying to downplay that either, but wouldn't it be nice if we could actually begin to see them, talk with them, maybe just mind meld, whatever you call it. In case that actually happens, it wouldn't be captured on video. You would still have to take my word. If a miracle happens and we see an orb land and it communicates to us and it talks to us, I don't know if it puts pictures in your mind or communicates with you. I'm not going to be able, you won't hear it. And so again, there's going to have to be that element of trust that I'm telling you what they said, right? I mean, I have no reason to make any stuff up, but if the NHI in a bad case scenario tells me something and says, we don't want you to share this with anybody because it's for you only, then I'm not going to be able to share it with you, right? I mean, assume they say, well, we don't want you to share it. We have more that we can share with you that we can share, you can share later on, but not this time, then I'm going to honor that. And I'll probably, lose 1,000 subscribers or whatever because they're going to call me phony baloney. It's all good. It doesn't matter. Who knows what's going to happen? I'm entirely speculating. So, hey, Dead Fish Cheese Spread, good to see you. Griff, how you doing? Hey, the Houseplant Hermit. Woohoo. Yeah, telepathy. And see, this is, I'm not going to lie to you, man. This whole telepathy thing, I am sincerely going to try. They say that in order to contact, communicate, that you have to tune yourself into the right tuning, like a radio, right? You have to get on the correct vibe and stuff. This whole telepathy thing is difficult for me to accept. I'm not going to hide that from you. I'm going to try like crazy to put out the good vibe, but that's the best I can give you at this point. It would be nice if they would establish with me that it is actual. That could do some good things for my future, looking around. I'm trying to gather a group of folk here around me who have cameras so that maybe once a month, once every other week or whatever, we can all get together and do some sky watching together ourselves so that we can get more cameras on the sky. But I mean, they're so precious few and far between. It won't be easy. I can't run 4 or 5 cameras all at once and get really good shots in every single one of them. I physically just can't move that fast, especially if by chance an orb starts, doing it and then zips up in the sky. I'm not going to be able to capture that on all 4 cameras. Physically, it won't happen. So I've decided ahead of time. I know which camera will be the best one to be able to capture anomalous behavior. And I do believe this will work either in the daytime, which I am attempting to do more, try to capture something in the day or the night or at dusk in evening. It will be my nighttime binoculars. They are designed so that I can do day viewing with them. It's got a day filter on it, as well as nighttime. I'm really glad they made it that way. That's cool. So I can use it either or. That will be my go-to, and it does do video, or I mean audio, as well as video. My Nikon is truly going to be best during the day. I have tried to use my Nikon at night. It is not nearly as good as my night binocular. I mean, it is an extra camera. I'll grant that. And I will have it there. So, I mean, you never know, just in case. Now, with my new phone, I got a real good trade-in value on my old one. But with my new phone, they said they have again increased dramatically the video clarity capability of the new phone, as well as the zoom in. But that's all digital. What interested me was they've helped make it clearer. So I'm not going to worry about tinkering around trying to get a close-up while I'm videoing it. I just haven't tested it at night yet, or day as far as that goes. So I'm going to try to test it, and I'll see how well that works. I hope it works really good. And then I can put it on my computer, and with the computer video editing software, I will bring it, I will enlarge it and all. That way I keep the focus. Look, on cell phones, every time it's without fail. It's the nature of the camera. It's the nature of how we make the lenses out of glass. When you zoom in, it fuzzes stuff. It makes them fuzzy. So if you're using the cell phone, don't be zooming in and out. Just leave it at a particular zoom rate. Go ahead and get your video, and then on the computer, bring it up. That way it's more clear. That's what I'm going to try to do. So, and I don't have any radar, or now I do have infrared on my night telescope, or my night binoculars, and they say it'll go out about 1,800 yards, but I don't know if they're going to come that close or not. Most of them won't, so far as I understand. They might be cool, but infrared will just highlight the thing. And I have done infrared testing with my binocs, and it makes everything really, really bright. So in a way, it doesn't help as much either. It's better just to use the night vision through experimenting. If I had a separate infrared camera, that would work. But they're mucho dinero. Like I say, I'm going to save up my money, and we'll see if I can ever get one. That would be cool. Maybe I can purchase the Tedesco's brother used infrared camera sometime, and they can upgrade and buy a new one. I have no idea. We'll see. Well, I hesitate to turn on any kind of a light in the sky to communicate, because if it's a jet or a plane or whatever, it doesn't matter whether it's a laser or not, or a light or not. That is seriously problematic. So I would not encourage using lights to blink. That, I get what you're saying, correct, but I'm hesitant to do that. I will simply oh, look at this. That's interesting. I asked GPT what the odds are of filing a MUFON report 4 days before a UFP hits a fighter jet, then get shot down 20 days later. 1 in 100 million to 1 in 500 million. All right. In other words, not likely. Who knows, right? Hey, Madding Goodway. Woohoo! Thank you for showing up. Good to see you. Bianca Fossil. It could have been shared with ancient civilizations. Speaking of which, this interview that the Professor Simon had with this lady in England, they both contend that the anomalies that occur really are ancient. It's known to be a haunted place, and so that's interesting. It hasn't just started in the last 100 years or whatever. There appears to be some records of that happening, which is interesting. Hey, John Murphy. As a Bible believer, why not consider domed earth as described Genesis 1:6-19? Yeah, I'll get to that eventually. It's not a priority at the moment, but yeah, I'll look into it. Not a problem. I don't mind looking into stuff. Hey, Dan One. Oh, yeah, I hope so. My problem is I'm a very impatient man. And I mean, I've admitted, I mean, you guys have seen that. And so I really am trying to exercise patience. I'm not, yeah, I'll just leave it at that. I'm trying to exercise patience because I want to see what'll happen. Yeah, absolutely. See Dead Fish Cheese Spread says he has seen one 150 feet up. That's cool. I have no idea if it's too low for radar, but it's really cool that you saw one so close. See, I haven't yet. It would be really cool if it gets even closer than that, comes down and lands. I think everyone who's trying to communicate with them, if that's real, if it's a real, I suspect it could be simply because of the experiences of others. But the best way, realistically, is to experience it myself. I hopefully will. I would hope they would get closer than 150 feet away. I mean, that's 50 yards. That's half a football field. I would like them to come right up close and land and a being come out and talk. Now, I get it. I'm wishing for the miracle of miracles, but why not? Think big or go home. We're ready to move forward in trying to understand who they are, what they want, what they think, what they believe, what do they eat, if anything, etc. It'd be fun to get to know them. Now that sounds like happy pie in the sky BS, but that would be a heck of a moving the ball forward to understanding. Yeah, I agree, Steve Wolfbrandt. Good luck getting some evidence. I'm with you. It's difficult. And this is kind of cool. It's an education for me personally because I honestly thought, well, I mean, I'm the backyard professor. I can get evidence pretty easy. Yeah, well, my arrogance and ego has had to park way back in the back and take a back seat and calm it the hell down because I'm finding, there's more work to this than I anticipated at first, but it doesn't mean it's fake, and I'm not going to quit trying. So it's all good, right? So it'll be fun. Do yourself a favor and thank me later with a Faraday cage for your camera. Oh, what a great idea. I mean, I know the Tedescos have done a Faraday cage for their RV, but I could do a Faraday cage for my camera. Dang, dude. Thank you. Great suggestion. I will do that. What a great idea. What a great idea. Yeah, hit the like button, subscribe, turn on the notifications, etc. if you would. I would like to get good information, and I love who has joined. It seems like lately every story I give, no matter what side I take, if I take a side, no matter what subject I discuss, which is any subject, I keep losing more subscribers. Now, I'm not in it for subscribers. It's good. If I'm not your cup of tea, then for crying out loud, I wish you the best. Don't waste your time here, without question. But I think there's a lot of people who could get something out of what I do. I hope. Maybe not. Maybe that's just my ego, Maybe I am a complete waste of everybody's time. Whoa, dude. Hey, speaking of which, whoa, dude is a brand name of shoe. See, here's how late I am to the party, you guys. I had to go shoe shopping because I need comfortable shoes. I'm going to be on my feet running from one event to the other, walking hither and yon at Contact in the Desert. I have to have real comfortable shoes. So I had to go get a new pair of shoes. And the Whoa Dude shoes, oh my goodness, they're like walking on marshmallows. And no, this is not a paid advertisement for them, but I'm impressed. Personally, nice. And they look okay. If I'd known I'd said that, I would have worn them tonight and I'd take them off to show you. They're over here in the house. I'm not going to go get them, but yeah, just so you know. Yeah, thank you, Heiser Soze. I agree. This is a good point, and this has been repeated over and over again. And so, I mean, why not give it a shot? Why not try it this way? Intention is the key. Remember to intend to see something. Thank you for the reminder. I'm more than certain that also will be discussed either in the workshops, the classes, during the event, etc. But no, I do appreciate that. Yes. Very good. Very good. Okay, Gen 2 military night vision of my iPhone up to the lens. It's hard to steady, but I catch some good shots. Oh, how interesting. I never thought of that. I might try that. Yeah, see, there's all kinds of experimental ways to try to get something. So thank you for sharing that. I'm all open to trying to figure out how to do this. I have not checked into it, but I have been told that my phone does have an infrared capability. And it does have a night vision capability also. I hope so. We'll see. I will test that for sure. Yeah, and this, this used to be new age woo-woo, but I don't think it is anymore. Law of attraction is very powerful. Not even with just UFOs, but in general, between people. This is really an important point. So thank you for bringing that up. I appreciate that. Yeah. Very good. Yes, I have YouTubed Vibes of the Cosmos. What I don't like about them, no offense to anybody, is they are promoting the flat earth, and I think that's entirely bunk. I just don't buy it. So if and when it becomes a priority, I will look into it a little bit more, but at this point, I've got more important things to do. And I'm not trying to cause anybody any heartache or problem. That's just my view. If you like them, wonderful. Go keep watching them. I'm not recommending not watch them at all. So, let's see. Oh, you do have a MUFON report. This is cool. Dead fish cheese spread. I love your handle. It's gross and funny at the same time. The good thing is you can look up my MUFON report. Okay, that cool. I will look that up. That'll be fun. I made it. Hey, Peta, thank you for making it. Good to see you. Very good. Oh, it's interesting. They are orange, just like they said. Yeah, the colors have had a variety, but orange and amber is what some people say the lights are. Apparently, for what it's worth, the NHIs have said that for the next while, and I don't know how long, but they said you will see us much more as orbs than saucers. You will see such an overwhelming preponderance that you will no longer be able to deny we're real. Well, that's technically not true, because now I'm seeing people's astonishing reaction that, oh, it's just an orb. That's boring. Show us something new. All of this, somehow we've been mesmerized into thinking once you've seen it, you know everything about it. So forget about it. Show us something new every time. I'm not so sure if that's the healthiest way to think through these things. An orb floating in the sky with no means of propulsion whatsoever, making anomalous movements, that is staggeringly astonishing. It doesn't matter if you see 10,000 of them. If you still don't understand how the physics work, that's amazing from my point of view. I'm just throw that out there. I've kind of said that before, so well, oh sure, yeah. I mean, I'm not cutting them down. I'm really not. I just didn't like that one particular video. Some of their videos of Vibes of the Cosmos are especially intriguing, and I will be happy to look at them and comment on them. I appreciate you giving me the heads up on that channel, truly, without question. I just didn't like the one. So see, I'm being somewhat selective. I mean, isn't this what we all do? And I've got to be careful here. We pick and choose what we like, and we toss off everything we don't like. And so I want to be careful not to toss out the baby with the bathwater, to use the famous saying. But sure, yeah, no, I will look into them, and I appreciate you reminding me. I truly do. Seriously, I appreciate that. See, this is the thing. Look, dead fish, you show off. I was just standing in the yard, wasn't even thinking about UFOs, and you saw it. That's cool. No, I'm serious. I've been doing that. Now, I have a swing that I like to sit in my backyard, and it gives me a wonderful view of my sky, a section of my sky off into the west here and all. But I have not had that experience. I'm very happy that you have. So really, this might be possible for me to experience. Well, that's rockin' cool as far as I'm concerned. So thank you for sharing that it has happened. That's nice. Sincerely. Thorn Blades Lash. In the meantime, check out Ashton Forbes and his episodes, the episode with Sal Pice and the Pice Effect. Who was it that I saw the Pice Effect with? Was that with Jesse Michaels? Jesse Michaels just somehow has the ability to attract and bring in high-powered guests. I envy him that. That's cool. But his stuff, he talks about that. So, yeah, I'll check into that without question. Welsh Valleys, UK. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Welcome from the UK. Yes. Very cool. Is there water where you intend to? I don't know. That's a good question. It's out there in the desert, so it's unlikely. I don't think we're close enough to the ocean or anything like that. So probably not. But yeah, interesting question. We are. It's all good. We're impatient because no one likes to be lied to and secrets kept from, etc., especially on such a, not only a groovy subject, but a wild, weird, absolutely impossible subject, etc. And yet here we are. So yeah, I'm with you. Good point, Ed. Absolutely. And here's another very good point by our friend Jalker the Hydra. As selfish as it is, what I am concerned about is how these UFOs work. What are the physics behind being able to traverse the entire sky in a single instance? I can't possibly disagree with that. That is truly, and Danny Sheehan has come out with this theme, and I will be able, hopefully, Danny Sheehan's going to be there. I'll see if I can pull him aside for a couple of minutes and see if I can get that information from him. It's a very good point. Their physics is amazing without question. On the other hand, and I mean, technically, we don't know, so it's speculative, but is there beings in everything we see that is anomalous? They might be like our drones are to us. They might be being controlled from somewhere else. And so, who knows? It's just so interesting. It's just so interesting. Interdimensional anomalies, that is one of the ideas, without question. Now, this science fiction approach, if you can call it science fiction, may not be science fiction because, and I get it, string theory is, we don't have it established. In fact, I think it's on its way out. But like David Bohm, the quantum physicist, indicated and showed, and Brian Greene is big with this on his trilogy of the universe, great reading. But they demonstrated how there really are hidden dimensions. And there are more dimensions than just 3 or 4. And so who knows how many dimensions there are? We don't know. So this interdimensional thing, that's not such a stupid point anymore. You don't get to say, oh yeah, that's just fart in the wind. No, that's actually, that could be playing a part. See, this is why we don't want so much secrecy. Well, I mean, this is why we all need to begin to get our own contact, so that perhaps if they realize there's groups of people who are friendly with them and they want to invite them down and get to know them and ask them questions and learn from them, maybe they will be able to tell us how they're doing some of these things. That would be cool in my book. And I know, dude, you're sounding like a complete nut job. I get all that. It's all good. Because this whole subject is so spectacularly beyond what we normally think and understand and live in, that of course it's going to be ridiculed at first. Do you really think everyone just simply accepted Einstein's theory of relativity and said, well, duh, it's so obvious? Heavens no. Not even close. So, I mean, and quantum physics, look, there's still people who don't like it and don't accept it. But it's the most tested, most verified, and talk about cuckoo nut job bullshit. You start studying some of the quantum physics, even from the fundamental quantum physics physicists like Brian Cox, they can't even stop the true, positively weird effects of quantum physics in their descriptions. So who knows? Yeah, and I'm glad it's that way. 1900s, early 1900s, Max Planck said, oh, well, you know what? We understand all of physics now. It's all just footnotes except for 2 tiny problems. And those 2 tiny problems opened up quantum physics, which we still haven't gotten to the bottom of. And there are millions of papers and books alone on quantum physics. Now, 100 years later. Talk about blowing open the field that they were pretty sure 125 years ago. Oh, yeah, physics is going to be boring. We're done with it. It's over. Man, we weren't even off on the first step in 100-yard dash toward understanding all of physics. And we thought we were crossing the finish line. So, I mean, who knows what's about to come out again and again and again. But aren't we glad? I mean, you don't want to be at the end of knowing everything. Do you? I don't. No, give us some real mystery, man. Give us something to work on. Chew your bone, gnaw that bone of a physics problem or a math problem or a new age problem or a UFO problem, and let's turn over every stone and analyze it from every side, and let's discover something entirely new that we never would have even thought of, and how does that help and change our lives? That's the world I want to live in. Exciting, a reason to wake up every day and say, yeah, what are we going to find now? That's what it's all about. But that's just me, you know. And the corollary to this is really seriously important. What we as a species have been uncomfortable with, based on what I've been reading in the last decade or so, is we are extremely uncomfortable with uncertainty. We always want all of our ducks lined up in a row. We want to make sure everything is orderly so that we can understand it. Otherwise, we get schizoid nervous and sometimes even angry. But that'll never happen. We are not in control of the cosmos. I hope by now we recognize that. Criminy, we still can't even predict the weather very accurately. We love to think, well, we can control it so that we can remain safe and so that we can live long and prosper. No, we can't. I don't know what the odds would be. I'm not wishing this. I'm just saying this as a comment. We have no guarantee that everyone on my live show, including me and my wife, are going to be alive tomorrow. That's how little control we have. There are trillions and trillions and trillions of options to play out differently every second of every day. There's no way you can control that. So, you know, but that's what gives life its flavor. So I'm grateful for that. Yeah. Okay, liberty for all. Now, this is interesting. I've had 3 separate orbs fly as close as 20 to 30 feet away from me. Sincerely, this is what I would hope I experience. Really, truly. If I experience anything, I would want them close and land and communicate with me. That would be awesome. That would be awesome. I envy you your experience. Way to go. That's cool. So, you tried any medication or meditation, not medicate. Yeah, I try medication all the time. Yeah, and I'm going to learn some of this at the Contact in the Desert as well. But yes, I am meditating a little bit. Absolutely. Thank you again for bringing that up and reminding me. Very kind of you. I appreciate it. Have I watched Paranormal Horizons yet? No, I have not. Ron and Joe have some great stuff that they caught. I share some of my catches with Ron. Oh, interesting. No, I have not. And remind me when I get back, if you would be so kind. Mid-Ohio Valley Unexplained Phenomenon, and I will look into that. I would appreciate that. Yeah. Give me a heads up when I come back with stuff. I won't be able to do it while I'm at Contact, I don't think. I don't know. It sounds to me like I'm not going to have any time to even take a breath because they have put so much wonderful stuff together, which is really cool, that you can't possibly sit there and become bored with something. There's always going to be something new to do, which is the way to do it. So I'm looking forward to just jumping in both feet and diving in and seeing what I can make of it. So oh, Heiser, I like wasting my time with you. That is what time is for, to waste. Now, on the, you know, the philosophical, mystical point of view, time doesn't even exist, so it's okay if you waste it. Now, I didn't used to accept that kind of thinking at all. And I still have this somewhat paranoid idea of wasting time. I don't like doing it. So, oh, you are very kind. Thank you, Gary Hall. You are the man, man. Hi from Margate, UK. Thank you. Welcome. Great to see you here, my friend. Okay, who else? Hi from Ireland. Tats, thank you. Hello and welcome. Love having you. Salty Dagger. Oh, thank you. I'm so happy for your opportunity, Professor. Greet the NHI from your viewers. That's a great idea. And I will. No, I mean it. I will, in the meditative state, I'm going to let them know, look, I have thousands and thousands of viewers who also want to appreciate this idea of getting to know our cosmic neighbors. And so it's not just me. Yes, I'm the one here meditating. If you would kindly, we invite you here, if you would kindly appear and communicate with us, but realize I'm going to share it with thousands of my viewers, and they are every bit as inclined as I am. So yeah, I'll do that. I like the idea. Thank you, Lloyd. Lloyd Henderson is encouraging me. I do appreciate that. Sometimes it does get discouraging. I'm not kidding. But yes, I promise. Keep on trying and don't give up. Still crack me up. Your videos are pretty cool. Oh, thank you. Well, you got to do a little entertaining as well as do some education and have fun with video. So I appreciate that. I really do. It's comments like that and encouragement that helps us keep going. There's times when you put in 40 hours to produce one hour video and it gets 3,000 views. Sometimes you wonder, is this even worth it? But it is. It's all good. It's okay. But yeah, this takes a lot of work. And I do so appreciate the yes, he does. Steve Barone also says the Anomalous Vegas says that the orbs will mess with your equipment. That is true. Yeah. Yeah, I've heard that from him. He told me personally when I had him on the show. Hey, what's up, Jonathan Kuhn? Welcome. Glad you could make it, brother. Very good. Okay, so Meltdown Media. Orbs are out of focus drones due to stratospheric aerosol injections, chemtrails. They could be. I honestly don't know. At this juncture, they could be anything. But maybe not all of them could be that, because Chris Bledsoe swears some orbs have beings walk out of them. That's how the beings travel, not in their body shape, but in a round shape, which would be the least resistant to air pressure, to air resistance. So in a way, that makes sense. But yeah, some of them could be that. I'm not going to discount any possibility if I can at all help it. See, this is part of the, this is part of the idea. You got to keep your biases in check. Yeah, right. Oh, thank you. Very kind. Lahopi, here for you, BYP. Right back at you, brother. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you for your kind support and encouragement. That's good. That's cool. Really cool. I love it. Tats. Professor, have you watched my blue UFO I sent you? Oh, crap. You're putting me on the spot. I probably have, but I will have to watch it again and see. Uh, yeah. Send it to me again, would you? I try to watch every video people send me, and I appreciate it. Yeah, check your bias. I try to do that, I promise. Hey, Mickle Ray, welcome to the show. Appreciate you showing up. Good to see you. Do I have a MUFON account? No, I don't. I actually called the director of MUFON in my state, and he is, bless his heart, he is so old that he's retired, and I don't know. He just a year ago. So I'm not sure if they've replaced him yet or not. I don't know. I'll have to keep my ears peeled, but he wasn't aware of any, and he didn't have very many contacts. So we'll see. Yeah. Richard Petjack, thank you. Did you see anything? Just joined. You mean from last night? No. Embarrassingly, I forgot to change the AM to a PM setting, and I slept all the way through the night. It just torqued my britches. I apologize. A really stupid error on my part. So I probably am not going to get out before I get down to Contact in the Desert. What I would like to do personally, now we have a specified appointment time where a group of us is going to get together and watch the sky with Chris Bledsoe. I believe it's Sunday evening. That one I will do. But I will see. I mean, if I'm not interviewing someone or, just BSing with people, which is what I want to do and all that, if I find one of the evenings that I'm free after all the events are over and it's a nice sky, I will try to point my binoculars up and do some sky watching from down there. Because, I mean, being around the Contact in the Desert people should be giving me really good vibes to tap into. I mean, if you believe that sort of thing. I promise I'm not mocking. I'm not trying to be skeptical, but this is so different from my way of thinking that I'm still adjusting to it. Sometimes it's not easy. I'm not going to lie to you. This is a different way of thinking. So, but no, I have not yet, but I am looking, just not last night. Sorry. But I appreciate you being here, Richard. You're a good man. Richard and I go way back, by the way. He is a good man. We go back to my Mormon apologetic days, right, Richard? Yeah. Fun stuff, that. And I will be doing some more Mormon discussion stuff. I will be doing some Mormon stuff as well on this channel. And I don't want you guys to get impatient and unsubscribe simply because that's not your thing. You just don't watch the video, But I do have other interests besides UFOs, and I've got friends and an audience in the other one too. Eventually I'll get back to that a little bit too. Anyway. Oh my goodness, Richard Dolan. Thank you so kindly. It's so good to see you, my friend. I consider you my friend. Yes, hey, Professor, hope to see you there. I will. I look forward to at least meeting you. I have your book on USOs. I would like to have you sign it, just so you know. I would love it. Yeah. It would be my honor to meet you. I so appreciate your work. And I mean, you're so steady and consistent. You're like a rock, you're like an anchor. You're a very good inspiration for all of us. And I do so appreciate you. Seriously. The one man we can rely on. And you came to my live to say hi. Thank you so much. That means so much to me. Yeah, I would love to interview you. I mean, even if it's just for 10 minutes or whatever. Maybe we can find time to eat together at a lunch or a dinner, whatever. But yeah, I'm very excited to meet you and Tracy as well, your wife, because I just recently heard that she does remote viewing. I mean, that's remarkable. I will look into that. I'm going to take her class on that when I'm down there. So anyway, Thorn Bladder's Lash, plasma, baby. Oh, this is interesting. Tets, I don't like the orange orbs as I have captured a face in one. Interesting. Very interesting. Very interesting reaction. What's wrong with the face in an orb? Other than, I mean, yeah, in a way I get it. That would be somewhat spooky. Yeah, I'm with you on that. Yikes. Could be spooky. Okay. Ever owned a drone? Yes, I have. Yes, I have, and I have done a little bit of droning. I just sincerely do not have the time. I would like to upgrade to get a drone, but there's only so many irons in the fire. The cool thing is, I'm waiting long enough. Maybe in my retirement, I can take up droning again because the drone prices are going down and the quality appears to me to be going up as some of the drone companies are paying attention to what their customers are asking them to do, which is really cool. And so, yeah, I might be able to pick that up here in a few years when I retire, and I will. That would be fun. But as of now, I don't see that I can get back into it simply because of my time. And so, which in a way is a bummer. Yes, I am, and I will be very blessed. I have bought several of Richard Dolan's books, and I highly recommend every one of them. I've reviewed every one of them I've purchased from the man on my web on my YouTube. Fundamentally, accompanied by Richard Dolan. You lucky BYP, lucky and blessed, but it takes a lot of work and effort too. But yes, thank you very kindly. Yes, that's how I see it, without question. Oh, now this is interesting. Okay, now see, this is the type of stuff that keep us all going. And this is cool. Thanks for sharing this, Dead Fish. I posted on Nextdoor, did anyone else see a fireball fly over last night? I got 7 responses saying yes. So this is the multiple witnesses type situation, right? And I get it. The critics want to say, well, you're mass hallucinating. But when you're in different areas at different angles, perhaps maybe if the fireball is high enough and bright enough, even in different states or different territories, depends on where you saw it, this is corroborative evidence, I would propose. And so that's interesting. So thank you for sharing that. Okay, now this is verifiably true too. Meltdown Media. No one will acknowledge that many modern orbs are just drones that are out of focus until they get closer. Why are they out of focus? Stratospheric aerosol injections. Okay, but I know many who have said they are. So, again, this judgmental theme, we have no choice. We have to make judgments. There's nothing wrong in making judgments. That's not the issue. We just have to be careful and not make dogmatic judgments. It is verifiable that some orbs really do end up being drones. On the other hand, it is also verifiable that some drones identified are not drones. So what are they? It goes both ways, right? But yes, excellent point. Thanks for bringing it up. Without question. Without question. Good thinking. Uh, Carlos Roldan, sorry. My eyes are bleary and I can't read with my glasses on. Boy, it sucks to be me. Thank you, Professor. Have you heard about another passionate UFO hunter, Jamie Mousen from Mexico? Oh, greetings from Davenport, Iowa. Well, no, I have not, and I will be happy to check into him as I can. Thank you for bringing that up. Would you consider reminding me again once I get back from contact? That would be nice. Oh, well, thank you, Richard Dolan. I am a fan of BYP. I did not know that. Take care, everyone. Thank you. I appreciate that. I am definitely a fan of Richard Dolan. The man is incredible. That just makes my night. Thank you, Richard. Good deal. So, yeah, and this is a good point too. VIDS 2024, the average distance between stars is 4 light years. Huge. Yes, in fact, a light year is 6 trillion miles. 4 of them is 24 trillion miles. Voyager will never go that far in our lifetimes. It won't even be able to exist for the length of time it would take to cover those 4 light years. So, I mean, that, the enormity of the cosmos is just staggering. But, and again, not to tout Richard's horn, but his book USOs might be showing us that not all of the UAPs, UFOs, are from interstellar space. They really might be from here. They might just be an earlier civilization than humanity. And that is always an intriguing proposition. They just live under the ocean. Now, his documented cases of USOs, I think, is the best done information compiled so far. He's put an enormous amount of work into this 3-book series. I've got the first one. I just heard yesterday in his new podcast that he has been working on cleaning up the second one, and it will be available sometime soon. But yeah, they might be from here instead. They could be from both, as far as there's nothing says it has to be either from interstellar space or from Earth. Otherwise, everyone's lying. No, it's not an either or proposition. It could be a both and, for the reason why it appears to me that more and more folks are coming out and saying that we now understand that there are multiple species, different kinds of aliens, which is very remarkable. It's interesting. So we're not just dealing with one thing. So kind of fun. What else? Oh, yes, absolutely. I will second this. Adman the Altar Lab Rat. Where do you guys get your handles? That is so awesome. I love it. Stay safe, Mr. Dolan. Looking forward to hearing a detailed report when you return. Yeah, Richard will be one of the speakers at Contact. So, yeah, I'm looking very forward to his report as well. And, oh, thank you, Lahopi. In fact, that's a super chat. Thank you so much for your kindness. I appreciate that. Give us the good stuff from Contact in the Desert. I promise. I will do everything in my power to do that. For you, my audience, I will be happy to do so. I'm thrilled to be able to represent you. Someday it would be just truly fabulous to meet all of you. It would be cool if we could all meet in Contact in the Desert. I know it's just one spot in the world, and there's so many of you from other countries and all. I'm humbled, and I appreciate you as my audience. I truly do. But yes, thank you. I will. That is a promise. Oh, and this is what Bianca Fossil. Please take a look at the rolling sun of Bohe. Okay, I will. And again, if you would be so kind, I'm not trying to put you off. I've still got a lot to do to prepare to get out of here. I've only got one day tomorrow to do that. I'm going to leave early Tuesday morning to get down there. But if you would be so kind when I get back, if you would remind me, I will do so. Thank you very kindly. Well, Griff, I have a hard time arguing with this too. Yep, getting more difficult for people to control their shadow nowadays. Humanity kind of needs to grow up. And I mean, I say that about myself too. Uh, there's times when I lose my cool and spout, and you know. But yeah, as an overall sentiment, at least, if not grow up, at least be more empathetic to others who see things differently than you do. It's okay. It's not a crime. It's not a crisis. If someone disagrees with the pet theory of yours, right? So, yeah, thank you. That's a good reminder. Absolutely. Now, this is intriguing. Chester Draper, good to see you. Got a Google patent on a spacecraft. I can give you the patent number and you can look at yourself. Yeah, give us the number. I'd like to look at that. Oh, I'll agree with Griff here too. I've said this before, and I appreciate you bringing this up too, Griff. For those who have and do use, what an awesome time to be alive. Yeah. Amen, brother. No, really, it is. I'm very, very grateful for that. Unfortunately, there are people who do not like being alive, and I hope instead of judging those kind of people and beating them down, I would hope that we have the character and the fortitude to be able to build those people up, to share extra time and love for them and help. Seriously, because it really is an amazing time to be alive. Truly. So thank you for sharing that. Yep. I have not yet. Aaron Lacey, have you ever tried the dog whistle thing? I've had great success with it. I have no idea how to even make one. Seriously, when I get back from Contact in the Desert, Aaron, if you would be so kind, please let's get together and you tell me how you put one together. I would like to try that just to try it. Please, seriously. I mean that in all sincerity. I'm not going to be able to do anything before I get back, but yeah, if you would do that for me, I would greatly appreciate it. And let's see. Okay, here we go. Cat Simpson, an interesting thought. Just wait until you get woke up at 4 a.m. by a telepathic voice telling you to go outside just so you can watch one fly over you 20 feet up. Wild, but what was the point? That would rock, in my opinion. I wouldn't care what the point was. That would rock. Now, if it did it every single night for 300 nights, I would start getting mad. But if I could get that on video and it showed really good anomalous behavior, I would get a smile on my face that would not be erased. Better yet, if I could communicate with it and invite it to, whoa, okay, thanks for the anomalous behavior. Could you come back and land and let's talk about this? That would even be better. I mean, how crazy does it sound that I'm saying stuff like this? You guys, you have no idea how weird that seems to me, that I'm talking like this right now. This is so this is so non-science to the way I was raised up to think. It's just weird. It really is. And yet I know it's, well, I hope it's an expansion of our scientific willingness to explore all options, right? Don't have any guarantees yet, but we're working on it. Okay, Richard brings up a very excellent point. Isn't this similar to awaiting Jesus's return? Right? Yeah. Yeah, so see, for someone like me, I would have to ask, well, have I just switched from one religion to another? I very well could have. Am I okay with that? Sometimes maybe not. I don't have any hard, fast, conclusion about it. But have I changed? Yes, I have. There are some things I used to believe in that I no longer believe in. There are some things that there's no way I could ever believe in that now is starting to look a bit more plausible and probable. Change is going to happen. And so, like the Buddhist and the martial arts teach us, bend like a willow with the change. If you stay rigid like the oak, when the winds of change blow, you will break off. You need to bend like the willow or flow like the water. Flow with the water. Don't fight. Don't swim up current. Turn around and flow. We're on an adventure, right? See, I'm trying to sound philosophically profound. I'm not doing very well, but I give it a shot. Yes, I did see it, and I commented. Yeah, I'm feeling great. I am feeling terrific. Yes, I did comment to Richard. I don't know if he saw it this time, but I will tell him to go back and watch this when he gets home. Thank you for the reminder, though. Yeah, yep, absolutely. Close Encounters is a must-watch movie, according to Vids 2024. Cannot argue with that, absolutely. Fundamentally so. Yeah, it's a great movie. I can't see every comment all the time while I'm talking. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to respond. So, yeah, I get it. You don't have to be slightly concerned. I'm feeling really, really good right now. It's all good. It's all good. I will leave him a note after my show and let him know I did see his comment and I did comment. Thank you, though. Appreciate it. None of us do. Dead fish. I'm 100% sure I know what they use to make anti-gravity. I just don't know how it works yet. Yeah, I'm with you on that. I don't know. Uh, I don't know if any of us does. I have not studied this a whole lot, Bill Forger, BYP. What do you think about the latest whistleblower? If you're talking about Matt Brown, I've listened to a couple of items and interviews with him. Could be interesting. I honestly don't know enough to make a lot of comments just yet. In time, I will. Thank you for bringing that up. That's something that I need to pay better attention to as I have time, and I will. It's on my agenda. Now, here is an excellent point by Heiser. String theory still receives millions of tax dollars to study, but God forbid we spend any money towards ufology publicly or even discuss it in the mainstream community. Right on. Spot on. So, yes, Bianca Fossil, I suppose frequencies play a big role. They do. Absolutely. I suspect that could be a part of it. And again, it's adding to the what the psychologists call the multi-sense-modality approach of using all of our senses at once in order to get closer to reality. Yeah. So let me use this as an example. Mid-Ohio Valley Unexplained Phenomenon says, tripping me out lately listening to Bigfoot experiencers talk about shape-shifting Bigfoot turning into orange orbs that are circular within a square. My first instant reaction to that is I do not equate Bigfoot with UFOs. I just don't. At this point, I have no interest in doing so. It could be. I would think the probability is on the much lower end of that being a real conjunction. But again, my ignorance of both subjects forbids me from getting dogmatic, and my whole paradigm of studying and analyzing what I hope to find someday is reality has changed dramatically, getting seriously involved in studying the UFOs and USOs. And so perhaps someday this might, as weird as it is, and it's positively too much for me at this point, but I'm not closing it down in myself, but I'm not going to look into it for a while. It just has a low priority. Others may say, oh, nope, you're going to miss the boat on that. I very well might for a few years. Who knows? But I have no intention of looking into this angle at this point in time. But others can. It's okay. And I'm not going to, it's all good. It's not going to make you my enemy and someone I have to hate and spread vitriol about at all. See, just because you take a different tack doesn't mean you're wrong and I'm right, or I'm wrong and you're right. We're all approaching this looking, trying to learn. Richard Petchak, will they speak Reformed Egyptian? Woohoo! We can hope so, can't we? Yeah, that if you understand Mormonism and the Book of Mormon, Joseph Smith first explained the text, the language on the gold plates was in a script that nobody else in the whole world knew, and it was called Reformed Egyptian. So that's kind of a insider joke if you were or are Mormon. Not to be disrespectful, but it's just kind of funny. Okay. Oh, Carlos, thank you for your kind words. Carlos Roldan. Hello, Professor. Thank you for your interest in UFOs, etc. Have heard about Jamie Mousen from Mexico. Greetings from Davenport. I have not. So I will look into him when I get back. And Snack Entity has this to say: the interdimensional hypothesis is biting off more than we can chew at that point. And sincerely, that may very well be. How would you know it's interdimensional and not something more like Einsteinian wormhole? Very excellent point. How would we go about being able to identify that is an interdimensional process, as opposed to just a regular physical process through a wormhole? Man, that's a great point. Thank you for bringing that up. Very cool. Yeah. See, this is why it's a great time to be alive, because we still have so much of this type of stuff that we need to learn. And so there's so much to look forward to. Love it. Yeah. Very cool. And this is what is somewhat startling to me as well at this point in the knowing, the learning juncture. VIDS 2024, thanks for bringing up this point. Maybe there is a human or hybrid population on their star cruisers. Yeah, this entire theme of hybrid populations, that makes me queasy myself. And this is just me. Maybe it's, it might be just my psychological hang-up, but that gets positively weird for me. I'm just saying. I'm not saying it's wrong or right. It's just, So, good ideas. Here we go. Iser. Eric Weinstein has been saying that true science revelations are being held back from humanity for years. So did Matthew Brown. And it still is. It's true. But see, even science, some of the scientists, the orthodox scientists, it's almost become a religious duty of theirs to guard the gates of what they will allow to be true science and not. And they're way too narrow now into a hardening orthodoxy that is actually unintentionally killing scientific inquiry. It's a weird thing we humans have about always wanting to control everything and always be correct, isn't it? Hi, Maggie Bilby from Australia. Thank you for joining us. Appreciate seeing you. I can't get to all of your comments, but I'm truly trying. Absolutely, Carlos. You're very welcome. Well, all right. Reality shouldn't be classified. Full stop. Hard to argue with that, too. Yeah. So you're excited to see flashing lights in the sky. Why not? I would be excited if I could get in contact with some of them if they're actual too. I'm also excited for getting to know other people and to visit some of the people I admire in the UFO community. So sure, why not? Oh, what does my shirt say? Sorry, I did this at the first. I'll do it again. When God made me, he grinned and said, "This'll be fun." So, yeah. Yeah. Let's keep going. Exactly. Me too. Snack Entity makes a good point. I'm not completely opposed to the idea of interdimensionality. It's just that we don't even know if the concept is something outside of our imagination. Yes, with living beings. Yeah, I can't argue with that. That is correct. Okay, so very cool. Oh, thank you. Thank you. We can't forget God of the universe. I hope aliens agree. I've heard some reports that they do. I've heard other reports saying that the aliens claim they're the ones that invented Jesus. We just don't know yet. We're not sure. So, but yeah, good point. Thanks for bringing that up too. Absolutely. Of course, then now we have the issue of defining God, and that has never been settled yet. Totally across the board for all of humanity. So, anyway, yeah. No, well, yes, I do. They're really puffy tonight. I haven't been sleeping very well because I've been so tense and excited and nervous. So, good question. Yep. Thanks for being concerned. I'm trying to watch it. I'm trying to stay healthy for sure. So we will someday. Yep, definitely. Everson says, I had an orb appear in my freaking bedroom. Holy Toledo, that would freak me the hell out. I don't know if I want them that close. Yeah, outside would be better for me, more comfortable. They must want to really communicate with you. So interesting. Okay, you guys. Yes, I will. Chromanian Akar Teresa. I will take lots of pictures and videos. So, you guys, I would love to keep going, but I do have a lot to get done. And I do appreciate all of your ideas and thoughts. I wish I could share them all. Someday, maybe, what do you think? Let me know in the comments real quick. I'll turn down to the very end comments. Boy, you guys have been rocking it. Boy, you guys have been really talking. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the super chat again, Andrew Francis. If you get some time with Chris, please ask to see his artifact from the lady. Oh, I will. Yeah, good idea. Thank you for your support. I appreciate that. I wasn't even cool. You don't have to say hi so many times. It's all good. All right. Let me get down to the bottom of this. I don't know what you guys are talking about here, but okay, now I'm to the bottom. Next week. Well, JB, maybe I was just getting ready to say, maybe one of these times what I could do is a super long BYP live talking to you, my audience, and we can share ideas live like I'm doing tonight. That would rock. And when I say super long, I mean like, 6 hours. Nobody would watch it, but I wouldn't care because I get to communicate with you guys anyway. And if they didn't want to bother splitting it up, then that's their loss. But yeah, something like that is feasible. Would you guys be down for doing something like that? Let me know in the comments. I will have fun. Yes. Yeah, I've got to go rest so that I can enjoy my trip. Appreciate all your concern. Yep. I am too. The Wheel of Time season 4 was canceled. That sucks. Yeah. I get it, though. It wasn't exactly following the book. It wasn't as good as Game of Thrones. But I gave it a chance, and I watched through the first 3 seasons, and I rather enjoyed The Wheel of Time. I love the books. I'm listening to them on audiobook. I really did, though. I'm really sorry they canceled. That's the way it works. That's life. Okay, it looks like there's a few yeses. Okay. Yeah, I might do that. Sounds fun. Yeah, love that idea. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so cool. Absolutely. I would love live chat. Okay. Awesome. Yeah. Okay. Well, I will plan that for a future session where we can just relax and talk about anything and everything UFOs with you. And I will do that. Ask Dolan about Alaska recoveries. Maybe off the record, he'll tell you. I will try to remember that. Thank you. I will do that. Okay, you guys, I'm going to head out. Thank you so much for all of your love and support and enjoying the time with me. I love these lives with you guys. You're the best audience in the world. I don't care what anyone else says. I know because the Backyard Professor is in the know. It's a theory I bandy about periodically. All right, you guys. Love y'all. I got a scoot. Yeah, Gene Judson. He's awesome. Yep. All right, you guys. Appreciate all of you. I also have dumb dad jokes I will tell on YouTube Shorts all through next week. I have a whole bunch of dumb dad jokes. If I'm not doing UFOs and all, Watch out for my shorts. I'll make you laugh or else groan one way or the other, you know. I haven't given up doing those. So here we go. Hey, Dean Pollard, good to see you. Thank you. Yes, I'll see you all next time. Very good. All right. Appreciate all of you. Have a great night.